Okay, I'm going to do a tutorial on how to install a Kilduff ratcheting shifter, start to finish. First, things you'll need. First, you'll need a shifter. That's pretty easy. You'll also need a bracket kit from B&M. This one is part number 35498. You also need a B&M cable, which is part number 80605. This shifter will be getting installed in a 1985 Oldsmobile custom cruiser wagon with a 200-4R transmission. That's the 4-speed with overdrive. Second thing you need to do when installing a shifter is, one, making sure it's where you want it. Some cars you're not left with a whole lot of choice, and you've got to mount it wherever it's just simply accessible. In my choice, I took the bench seat out and putting in bucket seats, so I wanted to put it where it was nice and close to me, where it was nice and easy to shift through all the gears without having to lean forward to do so. So as you can see, it's fairly far back. The seats are not in it right now, but it's fairly far back compared to what most shifters are. That way I can rest my arm on the what I'm going to use as an armrest and have my hand right on the shifter when it's in drive. Next thing you need to do is get that car up on all fours, which are up on jack stands, which I already have, and then start getting into taking stuff apart. Let me show you the parts from the kit. In the bracket kit, you get two of these spacer things. You get a thing to mount. You get a thing to mount the shifter cable on, and you get two brackets. One mounts to the transmission and holds the cable, and the other mounts to the lever arm that the cable will mount to pull back and forth. And then you'll need, again, a cable. Now, on the back of the B&M sheet, there are all kinds of warnings, which makes it seem kind of daunting. The first one says, note, be careful. Select the correct hole for the shifter. Wrong hole will destroy the cable, shifter, and or transmission in one shift. G&M transmissions only. That's kind of scary. The second is, do not kink the cable. Well, that seems pretty obvious. Note, do not kink the cable anywhere along its length. If the cable has a kink, it will lock up. The cable should be kept straight for 2 inches on each end where it leaves the brass. Any of the above will destroy the cable, shifter, and our transmission in one shift. More daunting warnings. The third one is, note, if your cable is close to your exhaust, it will melt or become brittle. If this is a cable, you will need to make a heat shield. Do not wrap the cable. This retains heat. Heat will destroy the cable. And the last one is cable adjustment. If you don't adjust the cable correctly, you will destroy the cable, shifter, and or transmission in one shift. Put the transmission in low gear and the shifter in low gear. Set the swivel so it slides in and out of the correct hole freely. See installation picture. Then move the transmission and shifter to park all the way on the other end. Then rotate the cable swivel until it slips in and out of the hole freely. Now go back and forth between park and low gear and fine tune the adjustments. Again, seems a little daunting, but we'll get through this. I am going to crawl underneath the car and start dismantling stuff.